Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you guys are. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this kind of warm ambery type eye look with the peanut butter and jelly palette from Too Faced. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So as per usual, I've already primed my eyes with MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So the first shade I'm going to go into is this shade here called Spread the Love. And it's just a really nice soft peachy shade. And I'm going to be using that as like my transition shade in the crease. I'm just using a really fluffy brush to do this. This is a palette, the Smashbox brush that came with, what was that, the Full Exposure palette, that's it. Not my favourite palette in the world, but I really like this fluffy brush that came with it. Okay, so we've just applied that transition shade right above the crease. Put that brush down, keep it to the side because we'll be going back in with that. I'm going to take another brush, just a slightly smaller blending brush. This is the E25 blending brush from Sigma. And I'm going to go into the shade Peanut Butter, which is what the palette was basically named and made after. Like, this is the shade that started it all off. And it is such a beautiful colour, especially in the crease. So we're just taking it slightly above the crease and into the crease, and a little bit lower than the transition shade, but we're placing it on top of most of that transition shade as well. If I can't speak, guys, it's I'm super tired. I've had some health problems lately, which is why I didn't get a video up last week, and I seem to be forgetting words quite a lot, or how to speak in general, so bear with me. I don't own the Semi-Sweet yet. I am planning on buying it, but I know when it came out and I swatched it, this is the one shade that really stood out for me. I love these kinds of eyeshadows in the crease. And once again, I just like to take that brush we used for the transition, take a tiny bit more of that transition shade, just a little bit, just blend those two together. Then we are going to go into an even smaller blending brush, just anything that you have to hand. I like to use this one. I've shown it in a lot of my videos from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It just came in one of their palettes. But I love using this to get right into the crease. And I'm going to be placing Nuts About You into the crease. Just underneath where we placed Peanut Butter and slightly on top. So I just want it to be warmest in the crease. And Nuts About You is a really beautiful colour. This is another one of my favourites in the palette. It's almost like a true terracotta colour. So pretty. Okay, and once again I'm just taking this blending brush that I used for that transition colour. I'm not going to take any more product. And I'm just going to very lightly blend everything. And this time I'm barely touching the skin. I'm just very lightly brushing over the skin. Right, we're going to move on to the lid, and basically on the inner part of the lid I'm going to apply Bananas. I'm just using a flat shader brush. Again, this came with the Naked 3 palette. Just use any flat brush like this to apply it. And we're going to wipe that brush off and go into the shade Peanut Butter. We're just going to apply that to the centre. Peanut Butter? Peanut Brittle. I was going to say, that's not peanut butter. Peanut Brittle. This is a really beautiful shimmery amber shade. It's so pigmented. Okay, so the next shade that we're going to go into is Peanut Buttercup, and I'm just turning this brush around and using the other side. There's quite a few brushes in the crease area, so kind of just want to stick with this one brush on the lid. I'm going to pop that on the outer corner. Then I'm just going to take this fluffier side of this brush and I'm going to start blending everything together. Making sure there are no harsh lines. And we just get that gradient effect. Now, one of the things I mentioned in my review is that I wish this palette had a deeper, darker brown. Not even a black, just like a really deep brown to really like define the outer corner area, but it doesn't. So what I found is that if I apply this shade here called Jammin', which is a really interesting colour, it's like a really dark plum colour, but it almost can come across brown. I found that if I apply that on top of Peanut Butter Cup, it really deepens everything up. So that's what I'm going to do. Same brush, same side. So I'm just going to apply Jammin' on top of there. And you don't really get the purple coming through. But combined with Peanut Butter Cup, it just makes a much deeper, darker brown shade. So can you see the difference from that eye to that eye? It's a lot darker. Go back to the fluffy side, make sure that's all blended with the others. Okay, we're going to go back in with a tiny bit of Spread the Love. And once again, just make sure everything is nice and blended and smooth looking. Okay, I'm then going to use this shade here called Extra Creamy as my brow bone highlight. And what I like to do is just place it in the brow bone and very slightly drag it down to that transition shade. And then blend those two together as well. Palette smells so good. It smells a little bit like the chocolate bar palette, but you do get that peanut butter scent as well. It's very light, it's not like in your face, but it is really nice. For the lower lash line, I'm basically going to do what I've done on my eyelid. So I'm still using this flat shading brush, I've just wiped it off again. I'm going to go back into Bananas. We're going to apply it right in that inner corner. Same with Peanut Brittle. So I'm just taking the flat shaded brush on its side because it's almost like the perfect size for that little kind of protruding eye bag thing that I have there. So that's what I like to do. And I do like to take this quite low. If that's not something you like, then you don't have to take it as low as me, or if you don't like eyeshadows on the lower lash line, then you can skip this altogether. So pretty. I feel like these orangey ambery colours almost bring out like an amber in my eyes as well, in my brown eyes, but they're going to look really awesome with blue eyes as well. They're just going to make blue eyes pop. Okay, last but not least, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of Peanut Butter Cup and Jammin'. Kind of place that in the outer corner. Take my blendy brush and just blend out that lower lash line. I'm then just going to pick up some Extra Creamy after I've wiped off that brush and just apply that to areas where I feel like if anything's gone a bit out of control, then this is a great like eraser shadow just to neaten everything up a bit more. Cool, so we haven't had very much fallout, got a little bit there, mainly from that plummy shade. And the Peanut Brittle as well, like the shimmer shades tend to have a little bit, but it's not too bad. So I'm not going to use any liquid or gel liner today, I'm not going to do a winged liner. I just want to line my waterline and tight line as well. So that was not meant to happen. Okay, cool. Let's sort that out. Try and avoid the eyeliner on the nose. Okay, we can fix it. Okay, let's try not to get the mascara everywhere. And apply a good few coats of this. So I'm not going to be using any false lashes or anything. So I want my eyelashes to look nice and full. And honestly, I'm trying to use other mascaras. I really want to get my hands back on the Max Factor Glamour Extensions mascara because that's brilliant. I know I mentioned that so much. And I have been sent a few to try out, but honestly, like, nothing touches this and the Glamour Extensions for me. So I just keep coming back to these two. Okay, and that is the eye look complete. Okay guys, so that is my completed look using the peanut butter and jelly palette. I'm not sure what I'm going to name this, probably something really silly and cheesy because I'm so terrible with names. But yeah, I really love this palette. I feel like this eye look is going to really help to make blue eyes pop. I feel like with brown eyes it brings out more kind of like warmer amber tones in your eyes. And I really like how this turned out. If you guys wanted to know what other products I apply to the rest of my face, please check the description bar below. I'll pop the products in there for you. Anyway guys, I hope you liked this look and found this video helpful in some way, and I shall see you in my next video.